There we are, 5 minutes late. I apologize to you guys. I was completely on time last time and nobody showed up for the first minute because you're so used to everything being late on this live show. We will have to, what do they say? Fix that. So for now, I am talking to myself. Oh, there's two people. Yay! Hi, people. Oh, now there's 10 people. Yay! I am sorry. I have to tell you, it is a military mantra. If you are early, you're on time. If you're on time, you are late. And if you're late, why do you even come? Basically, plan to be early for everything. And if you plan to be early for everything, a lot of times you'll get there just on time because unforeseen consequences always pop up. No matter how many times you say, I know if I give myself this amount of time, I'll get there right on time. Almost never happens. Things always happen that you didn't foresee. So planning to be early gives you extra cushion for when all those things pop up. And then sometimes you plan to be 15 minutes early and you end up just on time. Plan to be 30 minutes early, you end up 15 minutes early. Plan to be there right on time, you end up late. So anyway, that's a lesson I need to incorporate. I've been reminded of it several times this week. Hi, Liz. Hi, howdy, Ray. Hi, Danny. Everybody tell me where you're from. Tell me what city, state, and country you are from. If you're not from the US, tell me the country. There's a coronavirus live stream. That sounds kind of infecting dangerous. I don't think you can get coronavirus over an internet connection, but it's just the name coronavirus live stream. We're pouring the coronavirus into the water system and it's going to stream towards you. Elizabethtown, Kentucky. We have an Elizabethtown in Pennsylvania. I wonder if they're like two twin sisters that were separated at birth and raised in different countries. Idaho, where they make potatoes. St. Petersburg. I was there in St. Petersburg. That's where I did my first videos, in St. Petersburg 10 years ago. They ended up on Expert Village. And then from there, I got discovered by a live television show. And I was actually on live TV in LA about 6 years ago. And ever since then, I had the bug. I wanted to be more on video and more on TV and more in front of a screen. I was addicted. I was hooked. Etsy link. Sure, I have it right here from last time. Here's the Etsy link. Boop-a-doop. Now, I have to tell you, the kits, if you saw the last video, the stone kits are not ready yet. It's going to take me another couple days to get them. I want to make them look really good and go make sure I'm not missing any of the stones I have packed. Montreal. I was in Toronto. I was never in Montreal. Where in PA are you? I am in the central east, more the east part of PA. I don't tell people exactly unless they know for sure they can come visit me in person, and then they can private message me and I'll give them my exact location. I just don't like to put it out there on the internet for every possible person to see. Oh, Waimanalo, Hawaii. That sounds beautiful and gorgeous, and I wish I was there. I bet Hawaii is hopefully less affected by this whole situation we're going through. San Antonio, I was there. Florida, I was there many times. Texas, I was there. Obviously, San Antonio. Excuse me, still got a little bit of the cough left. I'm feeling so much better than last week, and last week I was feeling so much better than the week before where I canceled. Young Harris, Georgia. Young Harris, that sounds like a character's name in a Western. Young Harris done come up here, and then you all be feeling it. You all be sorry for your criminal in ways. I don't even know if that's how Western people sound. It just what popped into my head. Hoxton, Georgia. Sheltering in place, high risk. Ugh, poor Georgians. Pittsburgh. I am definitely on the other side of where you are, Pittsburgh, but I drove through Pittsburgh once. Marion, Texas. You gotta forgive me, guys. I'm gonna be coughing like pretty often. It's not because I don't feel good. It's just residual, and I generally get what's the word? Congestion more than most people. It's probably because I'm sedentary when I'm working at a desk and my body needs movement. So the healthier I get, the more I'm hoping it'll go away. But I'm definitely still recovering from being sick. Last time I didn't want to scare you guys. I actually held it in and tried not to cough for the whole 2 hours. This time I'm like, whatever. Like, everything's cool. It's great to just see you guys. Newtown, North Carolina, Lincoln, Nebraska, Mississippi, Washington State, Indiana, Chicago, suburb, upstate New York. That's where my dad's family's from. Tampa, Florida, upstate New York. Are you from the Finger Lake area? That's the only area I know. Tampa. Yep, I was in Tampa. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I don't think I was ever in Mississippi. All right, if I missed your town or I didn't call out your city, tell me again. How many water bottles? Yeah, there is one from last time, and I don't know how far ago last time, so I'm not touching it. And then there's this one I just opened, and then there's also this mug from. Oh, there's no more water in there. It might have evaporated. And then I have snacks. I got these two. You get two for cheaper, so I didn't even eat them. I wasn't sure if I wanted them. And then I found this. I don't know where that was. That was in a box from like months ago, but it's probably got enough preservatives. It's still good. And then I got this. So a lot of really healthy snacks. That's probably why I'm so healthy. Catskill. Yay. Please don't feel bad for me, but excuse me. I'm going to cough a lot. I just feel the congestion. South of Mississippi. Anaheim, California. Librations. Nutty Buddies, yeah, they're good. Oh, yay. Thank you, Stephanie. Dover, Air Force Base, yay. Oh, everybody's more excited. Okay, I'll just let this guy do the show for the rest of the time. So, what do you guys want to talk about, huh? Want to talk about peanut butter or chocolate? I could talk about either all day long. Hold on one second, I got a cough. Sorry, it's kind of going around. Updates in the new place. Yes, I got someone to help me, and we're cleaning the craziness out of it, mopping, sweeping, cleaning, mopping, sweeping, unpacking boxes, and it is really exciting because I was gonna wait to hire someone after all this craziness was over, but I don't know, I'm an extrovert. I don't do good all by myself, even if I'm in a super fun place doing super fun stuff. Fun, PetSmart, Finding Diamonds. Who would have put those two together? Hello. Yeah, so let me see. See what we can do here. Scissors, that'll work. Do I watch The Rock Collector? I didn't know that was a show. I don't really watch TV as much as I used to. I'll follow one Netflix show and like, not really binge it because I don't have time, but like I'll binge it on my days off, or I'll binge it when I just work too hard and I need to like break and I'll watch 3 episodes in a row. But I'll just follow one show on Netflix and that's it. And other than that, like I really don't do too much TV. But Yeah, please share my videos with your class and everybody. Like seriously, you don't even need to ask for that. Um, please do that. I would feel honored. Um, what's it called? I wanted to do one of those quarantine crafts every single day, and I just was disorganized in the beginning. So I got two of them out so far, and starting tomorrow, I want to see if I can do one every single day. Because I wish I had started a week ago or 2 weeks ago when I was still sick, when everybody had to start getting locked down. But hopefully it'll get out there. And so anyway. I just want to say that, move over! This is my show! I'm going to be doing the talking from now on. So, peanut butter or chocolate? What is today's topic going to be? I wanted to say, get out of the way! Get out of the way, it's my show. This is my show. Get! It's my show. So, all you beautiful people out there, tell me what you love the most. Tell me which my best side, the left side or the right side. Left side's a little higher. That's kind of makes me unique, makes me a little different. And what? Anyway, so what were we talking about? Let me see these comments. They'll never be more than 10 minutes early because a person might not be out of the shower yet. I disagree. I say always be more than 10 minutes early because if the person's not out of the shower yet, well, we don't want to go certain places with that, but they will feel obligated to get out of the shower and they will be like, oh, they'll feel like they're running late and then they'll hurry up and get ready faster and then they'll be all flustered and you'll be like cool as a cucumber waiting on them and be like, hey, it's cool. Take your time, do your shower, and you'll be like super cool, and they'll feel like, oh, and it's good to put people on edge and make them feel a little uncomfortable so you can make yourself look better. Like that's pretty much how, if you want to go through life, you make yourself happier by pushing other people down a little bit. Like that's kind of the way to do it. Like, you see someone who's happy and you think of a way to make them unhappy. So by comparison, you're happier now. Like, see someone really happy, like you have to be really creative and think of a way to like grab them and push their face in the mud so they feel horrible. And then you're like, step on them and be like, I'm happier now. I might not be that happy, but my face is not in the mud. Stay down. Oh, and then when they attack you and fight you, then you just be like, oh, that's a terrible person, get away. And then you gossip and tell all your friends what a terrible person they are. That's how you get ahead in life, I think. Oh gosh, someone in Illinois is speaking in another language. Batavia. I knew it. Batavia was not from America. What is that language? Durango, Colorado. Okay, now I'm all out of order. Let me go back and. All right, I think I caught up on the comments. Or I'm starting to. Okay. Oh, that's very sweet. If you want to send me anything, go to this link, facebook.com/MattCrazyArt. Make sure you get all those letters right because it's a weird word. It's the abbreviation of Matt's Crazy Art. Go there and send me a message. I'll put up one more time. Send me a messenger message and I will probably tell you a mailing address where you can send something to me and I'll be like, oh, I love receiving things. In case you haven't noticed the last video, one of the last videos where I received things. Oh, well, Falling Ash, I'm happy we're showing up. Yay. Okay, if you want my Etsy info, you definitely write it down, but the kits are not ready. So it's good to have the info ready. I'm sorry, Falling Ash. Oh, okay, the gem hunter guy, he finds cool stuff. Well, he looks like my next target. I'll just go after him and put his face in the mud, and then I can take his stones. That's how you get happy. Oh, yeah. Tell your school district you have full permission. Oh, okay. The first quarantine video was the checkers chess video. Sorry. And there's two versions. There's the long one, it's 28 minutes, where I explain in detail. And then there's the short one, which is 5 minutes, where I just put it in fast motion with music behind it. So you basically, if you can figure it out visually, then just watch the fast version. But if you want the explanation step by step, watch the slow version. Oh my goodness. Here's Etsy. Here's Etsy. Here you go. This is the Etsy. Sorry. I shouldn't complain. I should be very excited that everybody wants to send me money. Like, oh, you want me to show the Etsy thing again? Why do you want to send me money? Stop bothering me. Keep your money to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I like money. Actually, I like that you guys like what I do way more than money. I would do it for free if everybody just sent me a nutty bar once a day so I could stay alive. That's all I need. Hot tea and honey. Yeah, I think honey is good. I finally got some honey, and it might be psychosomatic, but I think it did something. Yay. I know the schools, I can't believe they canceled them that long. I think that was an overshot, like not, planning way too ahead, because nobody really knows. I think nobody really knows what's going to happen, but yay, Maryland. Wafers, chocolate, peanut butter. Oh yeah, there's wafers in there too. I forgot. Forgive me. I'm going to be coughing a lot. And 50% chance I think I did have the thing we won't talk about. I really think I had it, and which means I'm probably still in the last throes of getting over it, which is good because when I'm all alone in my store, I'm not near anybody. And when I'm home, I'm pretty much just with my dad and one other person who lives here, and that's my dad has like the best immune system on earth. Like he got a teeny tiny cough for like 3 days, and that was it. So I hope we both got it and are now immune, like antibodied build up. But we won't know because we can't be tested because the testing is so awful here. Like I tried 3 different ways to find a way to get tested, and they're denied. We want to know who has it, but we don't want to test you. Anyway, I won't complain. I still am happy as a clam. Everything's going awesome. I don't understand. How is 20 minutes early going to make you late to the movie? You mean 20 minutes late? Okay, I'm really behind on the comments. Sorry, I'm probably answering comments that were asked like 7 minutes ago. So give me a second, I'll catch up. Can I sing? No, not really. Will I do it anyway? Psh, yes, I will try to sing. That sounded like a Les Mis, didn't it? Paranormal. Oh, I can't do the theremin sound because my throat is still, I can't hit the high registers. I tried to talk like the gingerbread man in one video, and I was like, hi, I'm the gingerbread man. But anyway, purple stones. Yeah, purple's a big one. Purple's a great color. Yeah, I could put the Etsy in the description box. If I was responsible, like half the time I tell people I'm going to put something in the description box, I forget. But this time I will remember with a 50% chance, like usual. So if I remember, I will. I'm not going to promise because then when I don't do it, you'll get extra mad. Tap the drums. I can't reach them from here. Yeah, I can ship to Canada. I did ship to Canada. Canada's more expensive, obviously, I'm gonna say I was asking $7 for the shipping for these bead boxes because they're heavy. Um, I think Canada, I think would be about 12 for shipping, but it's still like in a super deal if you want the bead, if that's what you're asking about. Um, I'm not shipping toilet paper at the moment. Oh, panning for gold. That's super fun. 1849. Yeah, that was a crazy time. Um, I will try to play drums in the near future, not in this live show, because it's just no point. Oh, Danae, is that how you say Danae? That is so nice. That's so sweet. Lori, you're still silly. Virus scan. Whoops. Hot lemonade. Yeah, that sounds a little bit. Ugh. Ooh, yeah. I've been having issues. Maybe everybody's jumping on the internet. I've been having to go on data instead of Wi-Fi lately. This is kind of crooked. Or maybe my head is crooked. Uh, thank you, Danae. My Etsy shop name is once again etsy.com/shop/Matt's Crazy Art Shop. All one word, no apostrophe. I found out you can write it a different way just to thoroughly confuse you. You can technically write just the bottom part, Matt's Crazy Art Shop, and then do .etsy.com. But both ways. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. Yeah, my store, nobody's been there but me. So, and the virus apparently can't stay alive more than the very, very most is 9 days on metal surfaces. Every other surface, it dies much faster. So I don't think I need to disinfect anything because I'm like, if I really caught it, I think I'll be totally 100% over it and not able to infect anyone within another week if I'm not already over it. That's just my guess, and I'm guessing the store is not going to open to the public because the mall is closed to the public. The whole mall won't even let anyone in, and that's probably going to stay that way for at least another 2-3 weeks. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Willow. Yeah, and in most states are only testing people if they have like a lot of symptoms, and then even if they're, especially if they're older, or if they already have health problems. I feel great. I feel like 98%. I still have a cough, which I have a cough like a huge part of the year. I've been trying to figure out why that is because it just started about 5 years ago. I keep getting these sore throats and coughs every 3 months. That's what I thought it was at first. But I still have a cough, and my voice is still a tiny bit hoarse. You can hear I can't hit the high notes. Ah! Um, Oh, we finished painting from the paper, guys. Yeah, I need to show that. I wanted to finish the edges off. I haven't done that yet. That's why I didn't put it in the video. E6000 saves the day, yeah. Um, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love this area. It's beautiful. My mom was an amazing bargain hunter, and my parents were both public school teachers, and they didn't have a lot of money. We lived in most of my life when I was younger, I mean, I'd say we were more on the poor end, but like we live in America, so what can I really say that? But I mean, so we had in this teeny, teeny, tiny row house that like we wouldn't have even had without my grandmother's help, and because she had a little bit of money, and so anyway, they had this law that if you're a school teacher, you have to live in the Philadelphia limits. And then they changed that law when I was a teenager. And as soon as they changed that law, my parents started looking for a house in the suburbs finally. And after looking and looking and looking, they came upon this huge house that was way out of their price limit. And it just turned so happened that the guy who was selling was in incredible debt, and he was in serious need of cash fast. And my mom just bargained him down lower and lower and lower until my dad was freaking out, like, stop, they're going to give it to someone else. She's like, no, I got this. And she bargained him down so low that it was ridiculous, the price they got for the house. And so they got this huge house for the price of like a house, what a house 1/3 this size should cost. So it's 100 years old. It was built by its original owner. It's over 100 years old now, I think. That all has a lot of the original doors and windows and everything. It's just really, it has like 3 levels of deck. Like it has a deck, and then it has the second floor has something that looks out over that deck, and the third floor has like a balcony that looks out over that. Excuse me. It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And the whole area is just really nice. But yeah, that last video where I was saying come to the live show, I was on the 3rd floor deck just looking out over everything. Yeah, I know. Those stones, I think I priced them too low. I wanted to ask you guys' opinion because I do want to make it affordable to everybody, and I don't want to. I said $10, and I'm going to say keep it at $10 plus shipping, but I think I should probably go higher than that if I do this in the future, because it is kind of a bit of work to put it all together, even though a lot of the stones were given to me and a lot of the other stones I bought, but I'm probably never going to use, and I've had them for years. A second person to ask, I got to show that canvas when I'll try to show it in another video when I finish. I just got to finish the edges off a little bit. I didn't sell any of the kits yet. I'm sorry. I led everybody on to thinking I have these kits. I started to make them in the middle of the video. I realized I need help. Like I was going to try to rush it, and I wasn't going to be done in time for this live show. So I decided to put it off, but I put up the video anyway as a teaser, and now I'm paying for it because everybody thinks they're available. Okay, I will try to put my Etsy shop link in my Facebook page too. That's a great idea. Yeah, Cal Bell, I've been getting so many stones and different gifts from people, a lot of different people. More specifically, 2 very special, amazing people have been sending me packages for the last 6 months, and one of the people told me it is totally okay if some of the stones I can't use and I want to take some of them and sell them or give them away or whatever. And she said, you need, because you don't have customers right now with everything shut down, so you need to make some income. So I said, well, I do want to sell them, but this first batch I want to give away almost free. So I'm giving them for such a low price, it's practically almost like they're free. I'm going to give probably like up to $100 worth of stones for $10 plus 7 shipping. So for $17, if there's tax, maybe it'll get up to 18 or 19. And really, really hand-picked stones that I pick especially for you that will go with my tutorials. Yeah, I've been sick the last time. It's been going on like 2.5 weeks now since I first started to feel it. But yes, Ray Del Sol, that's awesome. Super, yay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the yellow beads are. I don't gravitate towards yellow often, although I always try to push myself out of my normal limits of my normal range. Hello. I don't know what gestation period means. I think it's gestation. I think it's GES, but I have kind of an idea what that means, but you got to remind me. Oh, Sarah, that's terrible. Miserable. Yeah, I'm social distancing just because that's just the situation I'm in. But I'm luckier than most. I get to keep working. I mean, I don't get to sell stuff to people, but I get to keep making videos. And this is a big part of my job right now. It's just making videos for you guys. So if I get to keep pumping that out, and I think more people are watching than ever because they're stuck home, I lucked out. Like, I am super fortunate, and I want to do everything I can for all you guys who are stuck at home. Yeah, you have to have a doctor request here. This is what that I went into an urgent care and the girl told me you have to have a doctor request, or they weren't even testing there, but like the one place where they were actually testing that wasn't an emergency room, they opened up this place for testing. You have to be over 50 and have symptoms and or have a doctor's note that you need to be tested. They said anybody can walk up from the public, but if you don't check these 4 boxes, we'll just send you out anyway. So it's not really the public. No, I don't think I have allergies because I definitely get something that's like for real, and it feels horrible, and then it goes away completely after about a week after I beat it. It's definitely like a strep throat / tonsillitis that comes about every 3 months, certain times of the year. And I think it might be something to do with my tonsils. And my dad had his tonsils out when he was a kid. They used to take them out from most kids, and then they stopped doing it. And now they're taking them out from adults. Certain adults get sick too much and they're taking their tonsils out. So I'm looking into that, but I don't really want to remove an organ because they might find out later with the way science goes that you actually needed it. And maybe I should have just change my diet or change my, I don't exercise the way I need to. Like when I was in basic training, so many different issues that I have now, I didn't have then. And I really think I need to be at that high level of exercise and physical motion. I move boxes, I move my stuff sometimes. Like I don't stray away from hard work when it's presented to me, but I spend a lot of time sitting at a table just doing this and leaning over my phone, just, doing stuff for work, but, doing stuff for the YouTube channel or whatever. But I always try to stretch and try to get rid of that like hunched over thing. I try to stretch a lot and try to keep my back straight, but I don't physically move nearly enough, and I really want to change that. This health challenge, this 10-day health challenge is really working. Like just lifting those dumbbells every day. I switched from the 12 to the 15s today, and it was like butter. It was like nothing. You can watch the ridiculous video I put on right before here, and I'm like dancing with these 15-pound weights as if I'm like not even holding them. And I definitely, if I tried to do that like a month ago, I could have faked it maybe for a couple seconds, and then I would have been like, oh. Yeah, glass doorknobs. Yeah, those doorknobs are great. Some of them need to be replacing, and it's hard to find ones that fit the way that everything's set up. Make sure you put it, if you put in my Etsy address, make sure you put in the word shop at the end. You got to put in the word shop here and the shop at the end. Matt's Crazy Art Shop, all one word. The kits are not on the Etsy page yet. Please don't look for them. They won't be for about 48 hours. When they are, I will tell you guys. I will make a video and say, hey guys, they're going to be up exactly at this hour. And I'll tell you the hour, and I'll put them up at that hour, and I'll tell you what the hour is based on your time zone. And you all guys can get ready, and then click. And if they all sell out in like the first 5 minutes, then I obviously am going to have to change some things with the next round, and maybe... Well, that's what I want to ask you guys. Excuse me. Do you think I'm charging too little? Do you think $10 plus $7 shipping for the continental US is way too low? Do you think I should charge more? Do you think I'm underselling my stuff? I mean, I wanted the first batch to be almost like a gift because so many people have given so much to me. But is that making it too easy where it's almost like I'm giving it away and it's going to go to whoever's the fastest, not whoever really wants it the most? Yeah, see, like LaDonna says she'll literally buy them all, which I appreciate that and I love that. But if it's that low a price, maybe I should be pricing it higher, because it really wouldn't be fair if one person bought all 10 of them and then nobody. If I'm trying to give out a gift, yeah, the Etsy is not ready. The video was a tease. If you watch the whole video, I said clearly they're not ready. And I'm sorry to tease you, but I wanted to put that video out because I started it and I just wanted to put it out because I'm impatient and irresponsible. I can crawl across the bottom of my screen. I'll just put the phone on the ground and just crawl over it. Yeah. I'm putting lapis. Oh my gosh, guys, watch the video. Well, not now. Finish this live show, but then watch the video. I'm putting 3 lapis lazuli cabochons in every kit. You think I should? Kathy thinks I should charge 20 to 25 plus the $7 shipping, so it comes out to about 32. Yeah, I'm putting three lapis lazuli cabochons in each kit, and I'm gonna try to put 3 different kinds because there's like dark ones and light ones and swirly ones and peppery ones. Yeah, Lori, see that's the thing. You make a good point. She said it's going to be like toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Like someone's already planning on buying all of them instead of letting each person get one. Now, I don't know how to set up Etsy so each person can only get one. There's probably a way to do it. But Dark Mosh Panda, if you can look into that for me if you're still on, I would like to set that up like that because in the future, if it's that popular, I'll just price it higher. And then if somebody wants to buy 4 or 5 of them, that's totally cool. But maybe, I mean, I said $10. I don't want to go back on my word, but I said I was planning for $10. So if you guys think I should go higher, just to make sure that that one person doesn't try to buy them all. And if you don't think it's a big deal for you to pay an extra $5-10, please let me know in these comments. Like if I get a whole consensus of you saying the same thing, I'll consider it. Yeah, bronchitis or tonsillitis. Yeah. I was putting salt water. I did salt water, both a nasal spray from the pharmacy and just plain warm water with salt in my nose like several days in a row when I was at my worst. I was doing every home remedy you could think of. I was drinking tons of water. I was drinking pickle juice. I was drinking grape juice. I was trying all kinds of things. See, PetSmart, that's what my dad is like. My dad almost never gets sick. I mean, my dad he's older, he's in the risk category. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I had the real virus and he caught it from me. And he actually, while I was knocked out for like 5 days, he had nothing but a minor cough. It didn't even set him back. It didn't even take his energy. Just a minor cough. And like he literally, I see him every day. I'm in the same room with him. Like, I don't know. I know I need to get my insurance fixed so I can really have an ear, nose, and throat specialist look up everything and figure out what's going on with me. Use stones to wrap pottery? You mean like embed the stones in the clay? I literally never thought of that. That's really an interesting idea. I could literally even do that with dollar store stones. So I could do like a whole bunch of stones on one piece of pottery and it wouldn't make it that much more expensive. The trick is clay, when it's in the kiln, it literally melts. Like it gets to a point when it's so hot that you can't touch it, but if you could touch it, it would be like gel. Like the clay, it turns into like a soft, it's almost lava. If it turned fully liquid, it would be lava. It would literally be lava. And that's how the kiln gets so hot. It's as hot as some volcanoes. So the first time you bake it, the clay pulls real tight and turns into solid stone. And if you put other stones in with the clay, those other stones are all different minerals than the clay. They might have different temperatures at which point they liquefy or at which point they melt. So it might be totally fine, or you could run the risk that one of those stones is going to melt and get all over the kiln and mess up other people's pieces, because it's a community kiln. They put everybody's pieces together in this big giant oven and bake them all in one session. It's like a 8-hour or 12-hour process. And then they take them out, and then it's called bisqueware. They're like stone pottery. And then the second time you bake it, before you put it in, you coat it with what they call glaze, which is basically a powdered glass mixture with some other minerals. And then when that time, it's powdered glass mixed with water. So it's like this liquid. You dip your piece in this liquid and it sticks to the piece. And then or you can paint it on or whatever. And then the second time you put it in, that liquid stuff, like after it hardens on your piece and air dries, then you put it in the kiln, and that stuff literally turns into melted glass and it coats the surface of your piece. And you could have issues if you put it on too thick, it can run down your piece and it can hurt other people's pieces. So there's a bunch of stuff you gotta be careful of. So if you're embedding stones that you don't know what the composition of them, the mineral composition of them, it's risky. They could be fine. I'm guessing they'd probably be fine, but it could be, as the clay changes, the clay could crack because the stone doesn't expand or contract at the same rate, so it could crack your piece, or the stone could completely fall out of your piece and roll across the kiln and mess up someone else's piece, or stick to someone else's piece and totally ruin it. So there's a lot of ifs there when you're doing a community kiln. But that's still an awesome idea. I'm still intrigued by that idea. Sugar breeds bacteria. Oh, I eat way too much sugar. It's funny because I always try to cut carbs. I'll literally like take the bun off of my burger sometimes, and then I'll go back and eat like these guys when I'm having a sugar craving. It's like really, really, really silly. I'm really chill with you guys today. Usually I'm like all hype and I'm trying to entertain you and give you like a great show. Today I'm just like so happy to be healthy. And I'm so happy that you guys are here that I'm just like, I'm not even trying. I'm just hanging out. This is just chill. I'm coughing in front of you and everything. Tonsils and adenoids. Yeah, see, doctors think you need them only when you're a kid. And my thing is, that's what they think. But if a lot of things you only need when you're a kid go away when you're older, and these don't go away. So maybe you do need them longer. Like, like it was only when I was younger, doctors thought your ear was completely unnecessary. The weird shape of the human ear was just a vestigial, they called them vestigial organs, meaning they believed this was important hundreds of thousands or millions of years ago when humans supposedly looked different. And now this leftover piece of ear is just evidence that it's something you don't need. And then they found out like 10 years later, no, you need every single one of these little curves because it totally directs the sound into your eardrum in a specific way. And if you get your ear, if you get even one of these pieces cut the wrong way, you will hear differently. So I don't really buy that it's only for kids. Although I do agree with you, that's what the medical experts are saying at the moment. And that's what they believed for a while now. Rio Grande. No, I don't like Rio Grande is good if you want to get the wire they have and you want to get it in bulk. They're the cheapest. If you want to get a large amount, but they have very low, very small selection, and most of their wire is raw, meaning it's not coated. It will tarnish. If you want that look, it's fine. Or if you know how to coat it yourself, or do the liver of sulfur and make it, do color it yourself, go for it. But Parawire is what I suggest. They have the best selection and really good prices too. In bulk, their prices are not as good as Rio Grande. Rio Grande will beat them, but Parawire has like literally probably 50 times more options than Rio Grande. No, Ray Del Sol, don't slow down the comments. I'll catch up. Don't worry. I just blab. I want you guys to talk freely among yourselves, even if you have to talk to each other because I didn't catch up. Oh, yeah, penicillin. I don't want to take too many antibiotics because then you get what happens is it starts to kill all the good bacteria in your gut, and then you develop all kinds of other issues like decades later. But I don't know. I do believe that probably worked though. Ms. Sarah Abel says $10 is way too little. Oh man, I am really behind you guys. Kathy Knoll says 25 or 30 plus shipping. Um, Up the price. Okay. And the only thing I'm gonna have a problem now with upping the price, I had this gut feeling maybe I shouldn't have said it in the video what I was intending to be the price. And now if I go back and up the price, people might get annoyed like you told us one thing and then you changed it. So tell me you guys if I think if I'm worrying too much or if you think that's gonna be something you shouldn't do. Like if you give your word on a video that goes out on the internet, you should not back up on. I could always remove the video. It's not that big of a video, but and I am learning as I go. Miss Avant-Garde says, "Don't gift it. You need to make money during these trying times." Well, yeah, Miss Cerebral, I want to put one per person, definitely, but I don't know how to do that. So Dark Mosh Panda, I'm asking if you can look that up, how I can set it so that Etsy won't let one person buy 5 of the kits, like one per customer. LaDonna, I know you wouldn't buy them all, especially if I asked you not to. I know you're cool, but I appreciate it. I know what you're saying. You're saying it's such a good price that you wouldn't mind buying them all because it would be a great deal. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me that. Yeah, Allison, you can't sell sterling for the prices I sell. I agree. And I tried sterling, and I just found my customers don't want to pay extra for sterling. They'd rather pay less for the plated wire, and they're really good with the non-tarnish now. I mean, if you don't rub it, if it's a ring, it'll probably wear off because rings get rubbed a lot. But earrings, sometimes necklaces, bracelets get rubbed off too. So that coating will get rubbed off eventually. But earrings and necklaces, they can stay for years, even with the plated, where it looks just as bright and silvery and you don't need to polish it as like sterling. Oh, sell them live on the chat and save the fees. That's a great idea. I'm not sure how to do that because I'd have to get your addresses. I don't want you guys putting your addresses live on the internet. You'd have to message them to me, and that would be a whole lot of messages to handle coming in at once. But I guess at 10 wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be too much different than just getting your address off of Etsy. That's a good idea. I could cut it down that way because Etsy takes about 10%. People say they take up to 15 or 20, but I think that's over exaggerating. They generally take about, look, I'm Marker Wolverine. They generally take about 10% from what I figured. Kathy says, keep it low because you already told us so. Yeah. Also, you have to have PayPal if you want me to sell it to you individually off of Etsy, you need PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, I can take your credit card by phone, but then you got to trust me. I have to call you on the phone physically and you have to give me all your information by phone, which is totally fine. I punch it in and it's erased. I don't see it after that. I don't have access to it once the transaction goes through, but Kathy says 25 sounds good. Too much money in my kits, meaning I'm going to put too much expensive stones. 20-25 plus shipping, says Lori. 32 sounds more fair, says Sarah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely don't want more than, I only want to sell one per person this first shot. Afterwards, if people really want to buy in bulk, I'll make it available where you can buy, maybe I'll make really big kits available for like 50 bucks. Shannon sees crafters get buy 20 wreath forms. I don't know what you mean by that. I would like to make a contest out of it. You got to give me ideas. I don't know how to do contests. I did a contest. Last two contests I did were stressful for me because it was hard. I made it too hard for myself to keep up. Like I did a contest, who can put the most comments on the old videos? And literally, I had to sit there hour after hour and count how many comments are coming because they're coming in so fast from all these different people. And I just sit there with a notepad and write down the top 15 people who were winning because they kept switching. And first this one had more comments, then this one, then this one. It was like, it literally, it forced me, it gave me more work than anybody, which was super fun because it was the first couple of times. But I need to figure out an easier way to do contests. Thank you, Martha. The Nutty Bar is trying to take over the live feed, and I'm trying to hold him down. Yes, yes, everybody. I know, 1 box per person. Yeah, selling them higher isn't paying it forward. Now we'll have a big fight here. I should have just stuck to what I said. Yeah, Allison, I was gonna sell a lot of stones I have too many of, or older stones that are really nice, but they're not the style I use, or beads, a lot of beads especially. So I was gonna try to fill up these little plastic boxes with all these little sections with like, I was gonna aim for like $75 worth of stones and give them for 10 bucks, like plus shipping, like 17 total, like a gift, almost like a gift. Oh, poor Lisa. Yeah, Dark Match Panda. The problem with the kits is I didn't finish the video. I started it and then I got overwhelmed and I said, yeah, I'll just put up this video telling you I'm not finished yet. LaDonna says, everyone agrees. So does PetSmart, $20 plus shipping and one per person. Rage says, your time is worth something. All right, Brandy, don't put it in the search. Don't put it in the search. Just literally type in the full URL. Type in letter per letter, like character per character. Type in this exact thing. Because I don't know why they don't want me in the search, but I'm not that popular yet. I just started the Etsy store like 3 months ago or less. And so there's, most people on Etsy have been on there way longer. Ingrid says $20 more reasonable. Christy says she'd pay more, but not over 50 or 60. Yeah, Kimberly says she's super excited about $17, including shipping, and she doesn't want it to go too much higher. Yeah, maybe I'll keep the first kit simple. Maybe I won't make them worth $100. Maybe I'll just put simple stuff in there and I'll keep it to $17. And then I'll start planning the bigger kits with really tons of stuff for you guys who want to pay 20 or 30. And I'll just do a whole nother round of them. I mean, I don't technically have to put them in these cute little plastic boxes because it would take me another 2.5 weeks to get them because I ordered them overseas. I don't even know if we're getting stuff overseas as fast as we used to. But they were like these cute little plastic boxes. They were like, I think I paid like 60 cents for each one. I mean, they're the kind of little plastic boxes you would get, like Walmart would charge you $2 and the art store would charge you like $6. But you know, I could just put stones in a Ziploc baggie as long as I bubble wrap them good. Like they don't need to be in a cute little kit. Kimberly says a lot of people are laid off. Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people don't have money now. Michaela says the idea it's only for older people is very misleading. That's interesting. Here's the link to my Etsy again. Beep it up. Good idea, Wendy. After the clay hardens, you can add stones using grout. Oh my goodness. That is a super idea. I'm going to write that down. Pottery with mosaic. Is that like mosaics? What's that called when you add stones with grout or you add broken glass? There's a name for that. With grout after firing. That's a good idea, Gail. I could just have everyone send in their name and I'll just draw a winner. So it's not like you have to fight like it's a contest. It's just luck. I do have room for my own kiln now. I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh, Beverly. What? Why did I not think of that? And they make kilns. They used to make kilns where you have to have your electricity rewired for a higher voltage or however or whatever the word is. And now they make kilns where you can plug them directly into the wall and use a regular outlet. And I can afford a kiln. I couldn't afford a kiln most of my art life, my art career. I can actually afford a small one now. I have a teeny tiny one I got used for like pennies years ago just for making jewelry. It's like this big. But I used it. It burned out pretty quick. I only used it about 10 or 15 times and then it wouldn't make it up to the temp it was supposed to make it to, which means the parts inside were starting to burn out and needed to be replaced. So then I just kind of left it after that. Bubble wrap mailers in the dollar store. That's a good idea. I have been recycling my plastic bags. All those little baggies, if you live in a state where they still give you grocery bags, you know how people get tons of them. I found if you take one of those and you put your jewelry in a little cardboard box, like the little boxes I have, and then you wrap it many times in just one bag, it'll cushion it about the same as bubble wrap, maybe even better. But somebody else told me that doesn't look pretty, and people like it to look cute and pretty, and bubble wrap looks neater. So I don't know, the debate rages on. See, James, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Air inclusions and the stone exploding, right? Yep. Wire wrapping the pottery and adding stones. That's a crazy idea. Willow, who are you? I don't even know if you're the same person who said the first thing about stones. You guys are coming up with crazy ideas. I'm going to draw that. This is like the coolest live show ever. This is the live show where you guys have better ideas than the host. Like you're helping the whole internet here. I'm going to draw this right now. Wow. Wow. I'm drawing it. Wait till you see this. This is so cool. I love this idea. What are you guys? Where do you come from, you creative people? Oh man, oh wait till you see this. It's gonna be so cool. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. What color do I use for the wire? Let's use purple. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm trying to wire wrap some stones onto a vase. It's some crazy idea that one of you came up with, or several of you together. Almost there. And then you could do, to make it more stable, you could have the wire come around crossways like this. And, you know, there are infinite possibilities. You could have the wire do all kinds of stuff. But that's crazy. That is so weird and cool. Oven baked clay, you're talking about polymer clay. That's polymer clay. Polymer clay is like plastic. I hate to say it, I'm going to offend a ton of polymer clay enthusiasts, but it's kind of a kid's clay. It's kind of a craft clay. It's not food safe. You can't use it to eat or drink out of. It's kind of brittle, even after it's hardened. That's why it's great for jewelry. If it's in small amounts like beads or little flat, thick pendants, polymer clay is super cool because it's like you get to make your own plastic pendants in any pattern or swirl. And you can make them look like other things like metal or stone based on how you treat it. But if you make a big vase out of polymer clay, it's like you could break it with your hands like that. It's like very brittle. I don't know how to describe it, but that's why I stopped selling. I had really cool earrings, and a couple of times I found that you could break them like a cookie because I made them kind of thin and flat and kind of wide. Yeah, Dark Match Panda was like, make everything pretty when you make the packages prettier. E6000 could work. E6000 is, yeah, it's not, you know what would really work is epoxy. Epoxy holds like cement. E6000 is good for a while, but if you mess with the stones, if they get rubbed or bumped, not like you would mess with stones once. If the vase is just sitting on a shelf to look pretty, she could be fine. But E6000 will rub off, like it'll peel off like skin at some point. Whereas epoxy is like, even though epoxy is technically plastic, also it's like hardens like the hardest stuff, almost like glass. It turns into like plexiglass. Oh, dyed stones would lose their color. Their color could run down over the piece. All kinds of weird things could happen in the kiln. Look at Wendy. You guys are so creative. Wendy says, check this out. Wendy says, make your vase while the clay is soft, press the stones into the clay, right? And then take the stones out and then fire it, and the stones will, and the clay, the vase will have these indentations. And then after the vase is fully fired and hard, then take the stones and glue them into the indentations already made. That could definitely work. Now the clay shrinks about 10%. so the indentations wouldn't fit like a glove. But if you did it right, if you smushed the stone around, made the indentations a little bigger, you could figure out a way to make it work. I'm drawing this right now because that's a super cool idea. I'm just making the stones red in this case, but you guys, man, this live show is gonna become an incubator for like brand new art forms that nobody ever thought of. Let's hold that up for a couple more seconds. Oh yeah, Kathy jumped right on it. She figured out about the shrinking part. Steven, you don't get the Etsy link. I put it up 7 times. Nobody gets it anymore. Sorry. You came too late. No Etsy link for you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Here it is. Write it down word for word because people are having trouble if they just put it in the search. You got to put it in the URL. You just had a McDonald's apple pie. Mine is just sitting here getting cold. Dark Match Panda had her ad noise removed. Yep, you had a voice student had to have their tonsils out in the college. That's another thing I'm worried about. What if I don't trust surgery. Like, what if they mess up and it hurts my vocal cords? And that would be horrible. I mean, I know that's might be a random thing to worry about. That's ridiculous because maybe your tonsils are far, far away from your vocal cords, but you never know what what can happen. Like, I don't like the idea of cutting out a whole organ. You bought a necklace yesterday. I didn't see any sales come up. Maybe I need to check it. Maybe I haven't checked it in a day and a half. Costume Theory. I will check. Hot foot baths. Yeah, it could be dairy. I could do an elimination diet and cut out all kinds of things that could be a problem and then slowly add them back in and see which one is causing the problem. I don't know what you mean by joke about ice cream. You starved 3 weeks. Yeah, tonsils and adenoids are filters to stop germs. Right, exactly. Now mine keep getting inflamed and causing sickness, which means they're not doing their job the right way. But taking them out might make it worse, or it might make other problems. Maybe I just need to change my lifestyle. See you, James. Dark Mosh Panda says adenoids cause the issues and not the tonsils. I don't know. I'll look it up. I read a whole thing about a ton of adults who had their tonsils taken out and then they suddenly stopped getting sick. Raku is beautiful, beautiful. If you ever do Raku pottery, everybody Google after the show, write it down. Google Raku, R-A-K-U. Is that Japanese? Anyway, Google Raku pottery and do a Google image search and look at what that looks like. So you will be blown away. Like some of the prettiest pottery and art you've ever seen. Have a contest where people duplicate my pieces and the person who does the best one wins the contest. That's fun, but I don't want, I'm too much of a softie. I don't want to judge people and have one person feel good and everybody else feel not as good. Like I'm all about participation trophies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not about participation trophies, but art is kind of more subjective than sports. So if there's a definite line and you crossed it first, you won. But art, I already have enough issues with the Facebook group with people being a little sensitive, although the Facebook group has mostly been great. It's mostly been amazing. There haven't been too many issues, but I just don't want to throw the possibility of issues of people get their feelings hurt, like, generally, but that's still a good idea. There you go. Phyllis is a testimony that getting her tonsils out made her stop getting sick. How old were you, Phyllis, if you don't mind me asking, when you had your tonsils out? If you don't want to tell us, that's fine. But she said it was 25 years ago. Yeah, I know, Kay. Isn't it crazy reading all the comments? I'm probably 30 minutes behind at this point. I don't even know. Okay, bye, Tammy. Bye, Christy. Thank you, Dar. Ugh, 12 rounds of antibiotics. That's not good. Yeah, vitamin C and zinc, especially, I've heard, are great for keeping a cold away. Lori, that is so sweet. That makes me so happy. You're so kind. Thank you. I'm all mushy today. I was watching this other artist. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I found another artist on YouTube that I was like, and this particular person is like constantly being mushy with her subscribers. She's like, I love all of you. So if you've ever seen her, you'll know who I'm talking about. But now I'm all like, oh, you guys are so sweet. I mean, I love you guys. I totally think you guys are amazing. But I don't make it that mushy usually. So today it's like, oh, thank you. Gargle with salt water, elderberry, cough syrup. Only fools don't ever change their mind. That's an interesting thought. Oh, I have more issues finding the Etsy shop. Sell the first 10 at $10. $10 for kids, $10 at one person, and after that, raise the price. Did you mean $10 for kids, or did that come out wrong? Just do 10 for now, then up the price. I think I'm gonna do the 10 for now. I think I'm not gonna, I was gonna load it with like ridiculously expensive stones. I think I'm gonna do like some really nice stones and then a lot of simple beads, and I'll keep it at 10 bucks. And then I'll immediately start packing up the bigger ones with tons of nice stones for like 25 plus shipping. Yeah, up the price next time. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Do the 10 for 10 now and then up the price. I know you could sell one cabochon for 10 bucks. That is, I mean, that's what some people do. I think that's crazy. But I mean, unless it's like a really rare stone. But throw ramen noodles in with it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have to find a way to keep people from purchasing more than one. Dark Mosh Panda, I'm telling you again, please look that up and see, or anyone else, if you can look it up on Etsy and figure out how you go in there and set it so each person can only get one per person. I'm sure it's a real easy click, but I'm bad at finding that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a small kit and a bigger kit. Maybe I should release all the kits at once so all of you get it. Like 10 of the small kit and 10 of the big kit. That's an idea. And you guys who really want like a lot of the good stones don't have to wait. I like that idea a lot. $35 for a stone with sterling, that's a good price. But I'm telling you, Allison, and I love that you're getting 35 and keep it up. And I'm not discouraging you. My customers, what I experience is 9 out of 10 would rather pay 25 and have plated wire than pay 35 for sterling. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just haven't tried it enough. Maybe I gave up too easily. But that's just my gut is feeling at the moment. That's my what works for me. If it works for you to do sterling, do it. Yeah, I'm trying to get Parawire to sponsor the channel, even if it's a small sponsorship. Like, just let me have some free wire, and I'll talk about you, because I'm talk about them anyway. Like, you know, I've probably sent thousands of dollars of business their way since I started this channel, maybe tens of thousands. Man, this is flying. We're at an hour and 15, and I'm probably not even caught up to half the comments. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. I think this is gonna be super fun because I'm gonna do two kits at once. You guys. I'm gonna compromise, like it's like the Missouri Compromise or whatever, that great compromise where they created the Senate and the House of Representatives. I'm gonna do one set of 10 for $10 each, plus shipping, and then one set for I think $25, and I'll put much better stones in the 25 or maybe even 30 plus $7 shipping. And I'll put much higher amount of like really expensive stones in the more expensive one. I'll still put some really pretty stones in the low priced one, but I'll fill it up with a lot more like simple beads, like little, sometimes really nice stones that come in teeny tiny beads are really low priced, but they're still gorgeous when you put them in jewelry. Yeah, I definitely want to do a giveaway at some point too. Sarah would PayPal me right now. Thank you so much. I had someone message me before this live show saying, please, please, please save me one of those. I'll give you more money. Just, I don't want to miss out. And I said, cool. I'll let you know. Donna says same thing. Do two different sets. All right. My sugar's getting low. I'm going to eat one of these pies. Vogue, 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 Vogue. PayPal and Square. Thank you, Lori. Lazuli, her name is Lazuli. I think it's a her. Is speaking to me in Spanish. Somebody please translate. Tell me she's saying something nice. It says amigo. She's saying I'm her friend, I hope. Yeah, I know those 3 lapis stones alone are worth the $10. I totally agree. 25 to 35 and free shipping. That's a good idea. It gives people less to think about. Sometimes when you add the shipping in it, people have to do the math and then they get more annoyed. Thank you, Gene. And that's funny. Oh my goodness, Willow. Carbs, sugar, and animal products. That's like vegan without carbs or sugar. How do you do that? There's almost nothing left to eat. Dark Mosh Panda, you already kind of are my online assistant. Etsy doesn't have an option where each person can only get one. I can't believe that. Etsy's like the biggest site that does this, and they've been around for like 15 years or more, probably 20 years. I met someone who knew the founder of Etsy. And it was funny because she was like, "Yeah, I had this roommate in college who was starting this website and like had this big plan for this website. He was going to call it Etsy." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, I don't know if anything ever came of it." I was like, "Are you serious?" Here's my Etsy shop. Write it down, word per word, letter per letter, character per character. If you put it in wrong, it won't come up. Awesome. This is a demanding audience tonight. Now I'm official Wolverine, marker Wolverine. Arrgh. Avant-garde, that's a good idea, but I don't want to, again, I don't want to judge people based on their comments. You have a better comment, you get a kit. I don't like your comment, you don't get a kit. Yeah, we're Baxter Monkey. I'm definitely doing one per customer. Oh, you're from Sweden. Beautiful. I don't even know what the shipping is. We'll have to figure it out. I wish I could say something in Swedish. Did you guys invent Swedish fish? Are the fish that swim in Sweden automatically sugary and salty and made of candy? That's the most culturally sensitive question I can think of at the moment. Yeah, LaDonna, I know. That's the thing. Gem and crystal shops charge a fortune for just small amounts of stones. And I don't want to discredit them because a lot of people have really good relationships with the owners and stuff. And they got, they got to pay their bills too. But like, I almost never buy anything from a gem or crystal shop. I mean, once in a while I'll find something there I've never seen before, and I try to find their lowest price thing I've never seen before. But and when you walk in, you want to buy everything. It looks like majestic, like heavenly. But I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff in your gem and bead shops you can find on Amazon for 1/4 the price. You can find at Michael's with a coupon for 1/3 the price. Or if you want to search and hunt and trust AliExpress, you can get it direct from China in about 2.5 weeks for 1/10 the price. Now you don't get to hold it in your hand to see if it's exactly like you do in the crystal shop, but if you're buying a lot of stones, I mean, crystal shops, that's not a game for low class, working class people, I would say. Oh my goodness, Willow, you're crazy. Use a random comment picker. I don't know how to do that technology. My random comment picker would be like this. That one wins. I know here's how I luck out in the shipping. The shipping would be high for the weight, but they have a post office thing. All you can fit in one box for a set rate, and the smallest box is like $7.50. And so you can literally put a brick if you can fit it in that smallest box. And my little tiny plastic containers will fit in that smallest box. So that's why I was saying $7 for the, I think it's that much. Maybe it went up. It was last time years ago, it was like 7 something. Maybe it's higher now. I'll have to check first. Just reading everything now and catching up. Okay, I am in the search. Okay. Okay, everybody's saying a lot of the same stuff, so I'm catching up pretty quick. It's okay, Barbara. I appreciate it, but I asked everybody to give me their input, so I don't mind. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what's easiest for me, just because if I try to do anything complicated, I'm going to mess it up. Serving tray and grout with broken plates. That's beautiful. I love that kind of thing. I forget what it's called. Is it called mosaic when you do it? When you do that? I know, wouldn't having your own kiln be awesome, Kay? It is kind of nice having somebody else run it for you though. I ran the kiln for my pottery studio for a year and it's hard work. It's a lot of work. So it is nice to be part of a studio. You have to pay more and you have to wait your turn to get your stuff out, but like they do all the work for you. Brandy's still having trouble. Oh, poor Lori. All her appliances are dying. Am I caught up yet? I'm getting there. Oh wow, I'm like half an hour behind. I just looked at my watch. Oh my gosh. This is funny. I'm gonna have to keep my finger on the scroll like from now on instead of just stopping and randomly pondering things. There's like 3 of you who came up with great ideas for the pottery stones, and Willow is one of them. Kathleen, yay. Yeah, but Debbie, there's hard to find newspapers anymore. Nobody reads newspapers. My dad was just commenting the other day, like, I can't find newspapers to wrap stuff. Yeah, I could do raku. Raku is more delicate, but it's so pretty. I think I want to try raku. I'll write that down. Raku for me and you. All right, let's catch up to these comments. You know what I usually do? I usually just ignore a whole bunch of comments to finish my story, and then I tell people, please repeat your comment. This time I'm trying to read them all, and I'm way behind. Oh my goodness. Hey, Trisha, Pink Poodle Studio. Don't worry, I'm going to catch up. I'm doing this. I'm determined. Yeah, you can make beautiful cabochons from polymer clay because a cabochon is a little lump with a flat side. That's not as brittle. It's when you try to make a vase with a whole, you know, you're making something very brittle. Have a whole new section in my store. Oh, don't worry. I have plenty of room in that store. Filling it up is going to be having stuff too crowded is not going to be the problem. Bye, Kathy. You probably left a half hour ago, but Dark Mosh Panda is the assistant that I had for like a month. Bird's nest with freshwater pearls. Elle, thank you. Elle likes how we packaged everything. The sales on Etsy don't have anything to do with the pandemic. They have everything to do with how often I post stuff. And since I've been separated from Dark Mosh Panda, since I moved, I haven't really done much with the Etsy store. I even made like a bunch of new pieces this week, and I meant to post them on Etsy, and I totally forgot. So next week I'll try to have a ton of stuff for Etsy. We'll do a big Etsy sale. We'll plan for that. Next live show, we'll have a ton of stuff. We'll have the kits, the low-end kits, the high-end kits. We'll have or maybe we'll do the kits earlier, but I'll put a lot more jewelry up on the Etsy store. Now I lowered the prices on everything. Anyone wants to go to the Etsy store, I lowered all the prices like 10 or 20% since the last live show where we had an Etsy sale going. So, anything that didn't sell, I lowered it to try to get people to buy. So go look at it. You might find some low price stuff. Massage the tonsil area on the neck. Yeah, I saw a YouTube video about that where you can actually rub it a certain way and it's supposed to be good. I should definitely try that. I'm a little too irresponsible to do it regularly several times a day like they said in the video. I shouldn't be because I suffer ridiculously with those stupid colds when they keep coming back. Good night, Michelle. You're probably already gone. Oh, there we go. You had your tonsils out when you're 28. Never had a problem. Debbie says your vocal cords are much farther away. You'll gain 10 pounds without tonsils? That's weird. Yeah, go to ear, nose and throat specialist. I agree. Sleep apnea. Oh, before that, he suffered from sleep apnea. I know their feelings get hurt, Beverly. That's the point. You're supposed to hurt their feelings so you feel better about yourself. Wow, you can retract messages. That's funny. All kinds of new stuff. The saddest piece could win a prize. You have the ugliest jewelry. You have the worst talent. Here's your prize. Or I won't tell everybody. I'll say one of you has the ugliest, one of you has the prettiest. I won't say which is which, but you both win a prize. And then most people will be like, we can kind of tell which is which. Kay says she has her tonsils out and doesn't think it was a good idea. Lori says, but you're a guy. I don't know what that's in response to since I'm all not caught up here. Oh my gosh, you're talking about the mushiness? I was talking about that like an hour ago. Am I that far behind? I'm going to have to scroll faster. Lazuli's still talking to me in Spanish. Someone translate. B12, multivitamin, plenty of water, dehydrating. I've been drinking water this week. That's part of my thing. I usually drink a lot of, I used to drink more water. When I came out of basic, I was really good at drinking tons of water. Oh my goodness. Elderberry syrup. Ramen is a big commodity. People bought all the ramen. Yeah, it's fun being in quarantine if we can all hang out like this, right? It's maybe not the most fun thing, but it's a little better, maybe. Thank you, Gingerms. Whoa. Allison says it's hard to move copper. Oh, okay. I find copper is not as popular as silver, but it definitely is like pretty popular still. Oh, thank you. Okay. Bird's nest ring. Someone else asking for bird nest ring. I'll have to do another video on bird's nest rings. Write that down. Am I caught up yet? What time was this comment posted? 10:22. It's 10. All right, I'm getting closer. Now I'm only 18 minutes behind now. Let's scroll faster. Yep, I'm eating what you just had, L. Hello, Alabama. I'm in the States, Jody. I'm in Pennsylvania. I can't play the drums. I'm way behind on the comments. Maybe next time. Pie eating champ. Pennsylvania. Play the drums. Bad time to open an Etsy store. No, it's not a bad time. It's a great time because everyone's online. But Etsy's a hard thing to do. The only reason I'm getting any traction to the Etsy is because of the YouTube channel. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would not open another Etsy. I opened 3 Etsys and I couldn't get anyone to go there and buy anything because it's really hard. I'm not really good at marketing. And if you don't market people to your Etsy store, you can't just put stuff online and expect people to find it. That's what a lot of Etsy people think. That's what I used to think. You have to have a way. Etsy is just a platform, but you have to drive people to that platform. So that's what, if you're a new person selling art, you'd be better off going to craft sales to start and sell in person. Watch my video, how to sell your art, Matt's Crazy Art, how to sell your art. And I break it all down for you. Yeah, Etsy is forcing you 10% pay to 10%, Allison, but every platform is going to force you to pay something. Like Shopify, it all breaks down differently, but you might pay a few less percent, but you're still going to pay something. Shopify, Amazon, handmade, Facebook. If you sell informally through Facebook, that's the only way you're not going to pay anything. But then you have to run credit cards or PayPal, and then there's fees that come out of that, which is less, but still about 3%. I don't want to build my own website because I'm not that web savvy. I'd rather pay the 10% and let Etsy do all the work because Etsy has a really user-friendly system, and I'm not going to build a website that's user-friendly as much as theirs, and I will mess it up, I guarantee. Yeah, a lot of jewelry people are upset about the Etsy rules, I know, because when you get used to doing something one way for years and then they change it, that is annoying. But I haven't been doing it for years, so I'm happy as a clam with the way it is now. Yes, I'll ship to Canada, Jody, totally. I might charge more for shipping. Instead of like 7, I might charge like 12 or 17. Did I say 17? Maybe something like that. Okay, don't worry, I'm really behind anyway. Oh, Boricua numbers, you're awesome. Thank you. I don't know if we'll be getting packages from China. I don't know if that that trade was halted or slowed down at all. Yeah, I don't worry about getting the virus from a package. I mean, the virus, they said the longest it can stay alive is 9 days, and that's on a metal surface. On all other surfaces, it dies faster. And yeah, when you order from AliExpress from China, it takes at least 10 days. It usually takes between 10 and 25 days to get your stuff. I look cute reading. Good, because I'm going to be reading for a while. I'm really behind. I ask a question, right? The person that guesses it is the winner. That's a good idea. I could do a riddle. I wouldn't get my ear wires from China. Allison, you definitely, if you're not getting your stones from China, you are missing out. I mean, I've gotten better stones, literally better stones from China than I've gotten from Michael's or any of the online places. As beads, especially strings of beads. If you get strings of stone beads, like little round beads from AliExpress, you will get 5 times as much for your dollar, and they are nice quality. I mean, you can get sometimes you can get a strand like this long, like almost 2 feet long, for like $1.75 of like 6 millimeter beads or stones, depending on the type. Definitely with like lava stone and different types of like dyed, some of the dyed jasper. Baxter monkey. That's a good idea. Stones in the bowl with the pasta dishes. Although that wouldn't work with the methods we're talking about because you don't. I don't know if you can eat off of epoxy. Right? Maybe you can. I don't know if that's food safe. It might be. I will check my Facebook messages. Yes. How behind am I now? Oh, I'm catching up. I'm about 13 minutes behind now. I'm gonna go fast. Bye, Anne. Okay, Kay, get Enrolls a newspaper. A lot of people are shopping, I think. Okay, so that's a trick to buy polymer clay. You gotta, maybe I wasn't baking my polymer clay long enough. I was worried because when I would bake it a certain amount of time, even the amount suggested, it would start to, the clay would start to darken and then turn black on the edges and it would start to give off smoke. So it's really tricky playing with the baking times and stuff. Kathleen, that is the sweetest thing ever. Thank you so much. I know what it means to be overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with these comments now, but that is so sweet. End rolls newspaper. I don't even know where to go to talk to an actual newspaper maker, or I would write that down. Pie number 2. No wonder I'm unhealthy. Raffle on PayPal. Dark Mosh, by the time I sent you the photos, I could have just uploaded it myself, but I appreciate the help. I just gotta do it. Thank you, Angel. No, sometimes it's unfair, okay? I know. No, I'm not going to put it on just for the people who do live. I'm going to put it on the Etsy shop for everybody. I'll probably put a video on YouTube telling that it's up. No, you can message me. I mean, the messages kind of ding, and then I have to push the bubble out of the way. So if everybody messaged me during the live show, it would be a little annoying. But like a couple is not really bothering me. Ramen aisle is empty. That's weird. Oh, I can delete comments too. You're gone. You're gone. I don't like what you said. Lemon water. There's another one. Lemon, honey, turmeric, zinc, vitamin C. There's so many ideas out there. Apple pie. Well, Allison, that was good. I'm glad you got customers that are willing to pay for that. That's awesome. I started using square wire because Baxter Monkey sent me some, and I love it. I haven't bought more wire in a long time because I need to work out a deal with Parawire, and I keep forgetting to message them. Laura in the UK, hi. Peppermint tea now, that's a new one. Peppermint patty and mint will heal you. I wonder if you combined all of the home remedies together, what it would taste like. You have lemon and zinc and honey, and that's not too bad so far. And then some of my favorites, pickle juice, apple cider vinegar, salt water. I don't know much about the advertising policy. Oh, they add ads on your page. Yeah, that doesn't bother me because I never knew who it was before that. Yeah, payments through Facebook Messenger. Can you take a credit card through there? I don't think you can take a credit card through there. I have a credit card app that I use for my business, and I can run your credit card over the phone. If we talk over the phone, then we have to exchange phone numbers. I sell my pieces with coated wire, so they're protected, but I don't patina the wire. It's a cool thing. I have never taken the time to learn it. I had a friend who used to patina stuff. It came out really cool, but it looked like a little bit of work. I don't like work. No, I work very hard sometimes, but sometimes I don't have patience for certain things. Maybe someday. Amazon handmade is good. Okay. I just know Etsy. I opened 3 Etsy shops. They weren't successful, but I know the format. So I'm comfortable with Etsy. So that's just what I went with. I mean, I found I can be so ADHD that just going out of my way to make more pieces and get them sold is going to get me more money than worrying about finding the very best site because I could save 3%. People can get knocked offline. How far behind am I now? Am I caught up yet? 10:46, 10:53. Okay, I'm like 7 minutes behind now. And then the live show's almost over. We'll go a little past 2 hours if it's okay with you guys. Everyone talks about making their own air wires. I think buying air wires is the easiest thing in the world. They're made of strong metal. They're perfectly shaped. You can get them in any color. If you make your own ear wire, you have to sand the tip to make it round so it doesn't scratch anyone. That's like way too much work, it seems like. And then they're not as strong, like they're flimsy because you're probably using 20 gauge or 22 gauge. And if you're probably using a copper base, because that's what most of the wire we have that for wire wrapping is copper base. So it's It's flexible, but for an ear wire, I mean, I have nothing against people doing it. Knock yourself out, but like, I don't, I don't find it to be preferable. But that's just me. Maybe some people like the handmade look all the way up and down, top to bottom. Good night, Blossom. Probably didn't hear me say that. Jody, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Say hi to him for me. Oh, no. Oh, ooh, almost kicked me offline for a second. James, as long as you hang out with us, that's all that matters. Bye, Vicky. Everybody's saying goodbye. I'm probably not going to say goodbye back to you for another 7 minutes. It jiggles as I scroll. Yeah, I'm actually touching the screen. I'll try not to jiggle it. Also, I shake the table here a little bit. Actually, it doesn't jiggle. I'm just made of Jello. So you don't know this, but take a spoon and you can be like, strawberry. Rome, Georgia. No, don't stop the comments. You're fine. Have fun. Talk to each other. I'll catch up. I promise. Yeah, you got it. No matter where you sell, there's going to be a cost. There's no free lunches. You get ahead by working hard and finding what works and doubling down on what works and leaving behind what doesn't work and being agile and fast and smooth and shrewd. That's how you get ahead. You don't get ahead by obsessing over a few percentages here and there. I mean, if you knew my percentages, like I got really good rent at certain places, but I had customers paying less money. So, you know, I had my percentages were better, but my overall income was lower. I mean, I was at this super high end mall. I paid a fortune in rent, but the money that came in was like, so instead of, so I was only making like 60%, like 40% of every sale would go into the rent. But that 60%, but my sales were so high that my income was higher. Okay, awesome. Hi, Lisa. Oh, pasta dishes. Oh, coffee tables. Okay, yeah, coffee tables are cool. Sarah, you can't have the pie. I'm almost done eating it. Here's the to shop again. And the kits are not up yet. Sorry. Bye, Dark Mosh Panda, although you probably already left. Oh, thank you, Laura. Bye, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Yeah, W, probably wouldn't mix it all. No, L, you can buy something on my Etsy. Go buy it. I'm not too busy. Trust me. I'm just saying I got distracted this week and I didn't put up new stuff like I was supposed to. I have tea tree oil too in the mix. Facebook Pay is safer than PayPal, huh? Wait, hey, not only are they putting ads up, that doesn't make any sense. They're putting ads up of your shop on other people's shops? Or are they just putting random ads of random things on your shop? Because if they're advertising like a vacuum cleaner on your shop and then someone buys a vacuum cleaner, you shouldn't pay anything for that. I'm confused. Good night, Sarah. Miserable. Yeah, I agree, Allison, about the ear wires. I agree, Laura. Elle, you're not invisible. I'm just taking a while to catch up to you. Yeah, tumble hard in them. I know, the square wire is awesome, right? Laura, I do have a website. It's Etsy. Etsy is my website. If I can afford a full-time like tech person who wants to run a website every day, then maybe I'll get my own website. Oh, that's awesome. Making your own beach glass, Brandy. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to catch up here. How far behind am I now? Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, I'm only 4 minutes behind. I'm caught up almost. Yeah, square wire grips the stone better. Square wire holds its shape better too. Yeah, I'm thinking she tumbles broken glass. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, Nancy, that's so nice. Yeah, that's what I heard. When you get your tonsils out when you're older, it hurts more. You have a sore throat for a long time, but you will be healthier. That's the only thing I care about, being healthier. Tim, I'm thinking of doing a second live show with like a theme. I have a couple friends who wanted to do it with me, like where we hang out and talk about stuff. Like that one time I had Dante on, like have two people. So I have a couple friends who kind of want to talk about psychology and like human issues. Like some of my friends have been through a lot of issues and they've learned a lot and they like to talk about it. If any of you guys would be interested in that, let me know. I would do it in addition to the regular live show, like in the middle of the week, a different time. I'm closing off most of my store. Most of my store is going to be a production company. Only the very front is going to be for selling, so I'm not worried about filling it up. Yeah, I should put an Etsy's things crawling across the page. They said across the screen, or I could just put the screen on the floor and crawl on top of it. Yep, jewelry making in quarantine. I'm not leaving this live feed till I catch up. So as long as you guys keep on putting comments, I'm going to read them. Oh gosh, James, that sounds horrible. If I'm going to auction, I would do eBay because they're set up for auctions. I'm not going to auction on my own time, on my own way, because I'll mess it up. But that's not a bad idea to auction off some. Actually, that's not true. I did do an auction on Facebook, and that didn't turn out too bad. But that's because not too many people bid against each other. It's mostly just first come, first serve. That's why you said square is really good for heart-shaped cabs, because the first heart-shaped cab I got, I did it with square wire. Angel, you're going to help me with the website? No, I haven't put the kits up yet. They won't be ready for probably 2 days at least. What are we watching now? Oh, that's horrible, Laurie. That's scaring me. Yeah, I actually had an issue with PayPal too. I had what's it called? I think I actually had money taken out. Yeah, I had a transaction go through that had nothing to do with me. Now I called them on the phone and the person with the tech fixed it and I had to get a new uh, password and everything. They fixed it. I didn't lose any of my money. They put the money back or whatever it was, but that was scary. Maybe PayPal has a lot of hackers trying to get in there and that's not good. Yeah, I like that idea of taking round wire and tumbling it to harden it. Tumble it with rice. That way it doesn't hurt the stone or the wire. It just strengthens it because the hard rice just slowly pings it and pings it until it gets stronger. Increased quarantine live streams. Okay, we can do that. Live stream. This is easy. This is easy. I could talk forever. It's just today I'm like really behind on the comments and it's irritating me. Matt and Seven Gnomes Jewelry Company. Oh, thank you, Diana. Psychology, yay. Hi, Helen. Hi, James. Or, okay, James. Eugene, Oregon. I'm caught up. Oh my gosh, I'm caught up. Oh, you stick your wire between art paper. What's art paper? I'm caught up in the comments. You can say anything now. Hi, Angel, in real time. Hi, Dino. Oh, look, Dino's in Eugene. Sarah, you can meet Dino. He has his own YouTube channel. He wire sculpts from coat hangers. I'm gonna make 2 videos of that. I have a necklace and earrings, and I'm gonna give credit to Dino because I did a necklace with coat hanger a long time ago, but it really hurt my hands, and Dino gave me some tips. So yeah, Dino's got a cool channel. Everyone go to Dino's channel after this. It's Dino. Tell it what's the name, Dino. It's Dino 10027 or something. Maybe it's up there. Wow, Allison, that's terrible about the ear wires. Yeah, somebody told me rice hardening. So cool. Get a little teeny tiny tumbler, like a little one from Harbor Freight. And that was a weird sound. My phone just made a weird sound, like sounded like a cashier. Does that mean that Etsy, someone bought something on Etsy? Maybe that's what that means. Get a little tiny tumbler from Harbor Freight, fill it up with dry rice. I've never done this, but somebody told me about it. And then put your jewelry in there. I don't know how long you tumble it, maybe a couple minutes. I'll have to ask people, but the dry rice, the hard rice, it pings the wire and it doesn't hurt the wire or the stone. It doesn't mess up the shape. It just hardens it, just like hammering. If you got like a ton of little teeny tiny itty bitty little people to hammer it in little places all over the place and just uniform all over. Lori, you told me about it? Oh, okay. Lori, how long would you do it? 20 minutes? Okay. And right, can you buy a little tiny tumbler like this big, like the size of a coffee mug, turned on its side? That's what I got one like that once uh from Harbor Freight. It was only like 25 bucks, maybe it was 40. I can't remember. I used it like once. I didn't like following directions. I tried to make up my own way to do stuff and it didn't work. Oh yay, you bought an abalone ring. Oh yay. Awesome. Yeah, Dino is like he plays guitar. I think he plays piano too. He plays bass. He definitely plays electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and bass guitar in his videos. And he does little stop motion with these little wire people. It's pretty fun. I need to ask you guys. Maybe this person is not here. Somebody asked me like 5 live shows ago, like over a month ago. Somebody asked, they said, I have a channel, it's smaller, but it has like 3,000 subscribers. I want to do a collaboration with you. And I said, yeah, let's do that. And then I wrote down that name and it went into one of my 28 notebooks and I can't find where I wrote it down. Big surprise. And so I forget who that person is. If any of you know who that person was, has their own YouTube channel, about 3,000 subscribers, wanted to do a collaboration with me. And I said, sure. And then I totally left them hanging. Please tell me who that person is. Amanda, make rings. Rings are easy, and you go to any of my videos on making simple rings. Make a bunch of easy rings, and they're easy to carry around. Unlike earrings, you don't have to make double. Put them in a cute little box. Go to storesupply.com, and you can get cute little ring boxes with individual slits for literally like $3 a piece. Get a couple boxes, fill them up with your rings. Rings are the best. Rings are super popular now, like they never were before. There are people putting rings on every finger. They're putting them on their first knuckle. They're putting them on their thumb. There are women, I mean, there are women out there who have like 11 rings on one hand. Yeah, and I supplement at my last kiosk. I supplemented my own stuff by buying stainless steel men's rings and selling them, and women would buy them a lot too. And I sold a ton of those. Okay, I gotta go soon, guys. I think I gotta give my cat his medicine. I told my dad I would be done at 11, and it's like 11:11 now. So let me say goodbye. Um, Goodbye, everybody. Anybody, any last questions? Ask them real quick. Any last comments? Anything I didn't answer? Anything you forgot? Anything I forgot? Tell me real quick. And if anybody knows who that YouTuber is with 3,000 subscribers that wants to collaborate, send me a message or put it on this video. You can still add more comments once this video processes for 10 minutes and then it goes online. You can watch it again and you can add more comments. Good night, Dino. Good night, everyone. Good night, Allison. Good night, Marlene. Good night, Lori. I'm not going to say everybody because it'll take forever. Kay, Lori, James. See everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry I got really behind. I'll work on that, but had an awesome time, and let's do another one soon. Maybe let's do 2 a week. All right, take care, and how do I turn this thing off? I forget every week. It's so funny. Bye.